Well, welcome to my corner of the garage. I'm excited to introduce you to a number of new pieces in a series which I'm calling Warm Chevron in a video style I don't typically do. So let me show them to you. Now, typically my videos consist of me sharing some shorts on social media of a step or two in the process of something I'm working on, or a complete build video of a piece of shop furniture or a gift or some piece of woodworking that I've completed, and I'm sharing my steps of that. Well, this is a little bit different today. I want to introduce you to these pieces because some of you may be interested in purchasing them. And so I'll say up front, you can check in the description for availability and cost. And I'm going to introduce you to these now because they each are pretty unique. And again, this is a series that is literally a limited time, as there are only 6, and a couple of them have sold already. Now, these 2 pieces have actually already sold, hence the custom engraving, the personalization already on there. But I want to tell you a little bit about the design of them. Now, the first is the juice groove. This is the first time I've done this where it's not completely all the way around, which allows some space for personalization. In this case, they wanted the last name, initial, and in this case, first and last name. This is the main reason I got a laser engraver, was to customize individual pieces like this. You can see on the rest of these pieces they are unstained. I'm about to stain this one. The rest are unstained because of the personalization. I stain afterwards. But this one is complete, and so they will all have this coloration once the stain is on. Now, I want to be very clear that no actual colored stain is used. Right now, this is simply a natural food safe mineral oil. So all these individual pieces are actual hardwoods, and their natural coloration. They are predominantly walnut. And what's extra special is that these were locally sourced from a tree that blew down in a tornado we had a number of years back. And I took those raw logs, milled them down with a chainsaw mill, and then here recently have milled these down to usable pieces of lumber. So a lot of blood, sweat, and maybe some tears, I don't know. A lot of time, though, went into milling this walnut from a tree that was growing right here in northwest Arkansas. Now, what's fun about the chevron pattern is not only is it beautiful, but again, no stains were used to color these pieces of wood. These are their natural colors. And so I used quite a variety of hardwoods, some of them exotic, to make this what I'm calling a warm chevron pattern because of its kind of warm, earthy tones. So we have some walnut, these darker pieces in here, just like the majority of the board. Some of my favorite are the reds. We have cherry wood, we have some bloodwood in here. Some of the other browns is a jatoba. Right here, the more greenish wood, these are sycamore. Then we have some of the lighter woods. We have pecan. This is ash. And then I think we've got a few pieces of white oak in here as well. So I'm really pleased with how this chevron pattern turned out. And let's move on to our next piece. Now, these 2 here are actually Lazy Susans. And so they have the Lazy Susan hardware on there. And so with the purchase of one of these Lazy Susans, I will engrave on one or both sides of this. My thought is you may want to have a family name or a verse on one side, so that way wherever it is on your table, it's kind of a centerpiece, talking point. These are medium to small serving trays, not necessarily meant to be a huge breakfast in bed serving tray, but more of a centerpiece for a dining table or a coffee table that can hold a few things, remote controls, bringing out a snack for company with some cheese and fruit, whatever on it. I love, again, having the chevron right down the middle, and yet it's encased completely in walnut. And I spent a lot of time making sure these handles are perfect, soft to the touch, and look like they are just meant to be on there. So I am very pleased with these. Cannot wait to glue them up. The other thing I'm probably going to do is put splines in the corners. And so what a spline is when you have 2 corners that meet together, it's not as strong of a joint, and so I'll put a picture of one of my serving trays that does have splines, but those will go right here in the corner, both to add strength and to add a little more pop of color and contrast, and again tying in this chevron design. Well, if you're interested in making one of these pieces yours or give it as a gift, please make sure to reach out in a message on whatever platform you're viewing this on. Again, check availability and cost, as we will also need to do a deposit because of the customization aspect. Before I'm going to laser engrave on one of these pieces that's taken me dozens of hours to complete, I want to make sure that we for sure know who it's going to, which home it's going to. We can get it customized, personalized, and then if you're in the Northwest Arkansas or Northeast Oklahoma area, I'd love to hand deliver it, as I love seeing people's reaction when they finally get one of these fine woodworking pieces in their hands. We can talk about shipping, figure that out if you're further away, but I cannot wait to get this in a number of folks' homes because I think it's going to be a great conversation starter. You'll see all the detail that has gone into each of these pieces. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.